these are like 5 top secrets. Once you have these things lined up, you are what? Good to go. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, today I'm back again with exactly, he just announced himself, with my baby boy. Because it's inevitable. I cannot throw him out. I can't keep him anywhere that is not in this house. I don't have anybody to take him for the meantime. So you guys should just bear with me. So you guys are going to either see him or hear him talk in this video because is unavailable. So let's get started. My name is ADA. If today is the first time I'm seeing my videos, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and above all, don't forget to share my links if you find these videos helpful, or people that are looking forward to moving to Canada, so you can share my video with them, because I am sure you will learn one or two things from my videos. So let's get started without wasting so much of your time. So if you're in the category of those who are looking to move abroad, especially Canada, you're thinking of moving to this country, then I've got you covered. So I've seen people who said, oh, they moved to Canada, they have, in fact, it's not seen, I know a couple of people who moved to Canada because obviously they want to move to Canada, so they didn't do the proper research, and they're here, they got a 3 years postgraduate work permit, which is great, and now they are stuck. I mean, they can't transition from international student to PR due to one issue or the other. So here are like 5 secrets you need to know before making that Japa movement to Canada. I'll list them according to their order of priorities. Most of the steps I'm going to mention here are just steps to make you proactive, to make you be a step ahead of time, so that when it's time for you to transition, it's just at a swift, it's just very easy. And all these things I'm mentioning here might also guarantee you getting your PR with just 1 year program. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, how come you're seeing these things, you're using it to create content, you want to use it to get subscribers and views and all that, you have not become a PR. Now, I will not come here to create content. I do not put out information. If you've gone through my YouTube channel, you will discover that I don't put out information that I have not tested. I don't put out information that have not been tried. So this is the reason why I'm seeing it, because it hasn't happened to me. I haven't transitioned to PR yet, but I will by the grace of God. But I know people, close friends, who did a 1 year program, and as I talk to you, before the end of the year, they're likely to become permanent residents. Yeah, as I talk to you, they are like 60% halfway in. So these are the principle of things they did that got them to this position. And the bottom line is not moving to Canada as a student. The end goal is to what? Become a permanent resident. So if you're thinking, oh, maybe she's seeing it for class, these are tested, proven, tried things that people close to me have done that worked for them. And I haven't transitioned as well, like I mentioned before, because I am still a student. I have not finished. These are people that have finished, people that did even 1 year and they are good to go. So let's get started. Number 1 is get your your results evaluated, get your credentials evaluated. This is one of the time consuming process when it comes to student to PR process. This is so important because we all know that some of the schools from where we're coming from, we take a longer time to get our certificate verified or evaluated by West. A lot of people don't even know about this thing. They just apply to schools with whatever they have, the transcript, and before you know it, they're here in Canada, and then when they come in, they now discover that, oh, I'm supposed to get my West done, I'm supposed to get my credentials evaluated by West. What am I supposed to do? They start going front and back with schools back home to get their certificate evaluated, which sometimes is not the West fault, it's usually the school fault. Sometimes it takes way longer than expected. So if you can get your West evaluated, guys, you are one step ahead of time. So you are also one step forward. So get your certificates evaluated, get your credentials evaluated. That way it is easier. If you're here to school, once you're done schooling, you're into the pool, the express entry pool, or wherever province you are in, you're in their pool and you're ready to go. Another thing I want to talk about is write the English proficiency test. I, for once, I know my friends will come for me. I have written, mine expired this year, so I need to write the second one. But get your English proficiency test written. Pass it. If you cannot do IELTS, do CELPIP. If you can't do CELPIP, do French. If you cannot do French, I don't know what else to advise you to do. Get your English proficiency test done. That way you are good to go, especially if you score a very high band, because English because English proficiency test is a mandatory thing. It is unavoidable. You can't avoid it. So get that done. Immediately you get that done. Mind you, if you get it done, you're sure of getting in. English proficiency test lasts for 2 years, which is a good thing. So it gives you enough time, to move from being an international student to being a PR. If you take a 1-year program, you're good to go. If you take a 2-year program after writing your English proficiency test, and maybe it's almost due to expire, you can come in here and then do another one. But at the same time, it still doesn't stop you from coming here and then writing it as well. But get it done. That way you are what? We've gotten that out of the way. The third on my list, which is also a secret to getting your PR, is to get certifications or take certifications in demand jobs. For instance, jobs like mining, jobs like construction, healthcare, like personal support work, tech. These are like places, or these are like categories of jobs you can get certifications in, and you get a job there, and then you're good to go. Be ready to upskill. Be ready to what? Upskill. Be ready to what? I mentioned it in one of my videos. I'll link it up here. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Where I talked about things I enjoy about living in Canada. When you get your certifications, it makes it easy for you to upskill. It makes it easy for you to leave that many jobs you're doing, because you don't want to come here and spend an entire time and years working many jobs. I don't know about you, but for me, many jobs should be things you do during your school days, and when you're done, you should be able to upskill into something way more better, more professional, and all that good stuff. So take on more certifications, gather experiences in the in-demand sector. That way it is easier for you, to get a job that can land you into getting your PR. The number 4 secret to getting your PR in 1 year as an international student is what? Guess what? Guess what? Live in a province that makes it easy to transition from being an international student to becoming a permanent resident. So I will list a few of these cities, and they include Prince Edward Island, Ontario. A lot of people will disagree with Ontario, but because I live in Ontario, I've seen it. I've seen people who transitioned from just being an international student to permanent residency through the ONIP program, which is through the international student graduate stream. So Ontario, people back then in Nigeria, they will say, oh, don't go to Ontario, it makes it difficult. My guys, do not listen to what people will tell you. Come to Ontario, man. You will always figure your way out. So live in cities or provinces that makes it easier for you to transition. Prince Edward Island is one of them. Nova Scotia is one of them. Ontario is another province. Alberta is another province. Manitoba, Saskatchewan. These are like cities or provinces that makes it easier for you to transition from being an international student to being a permanent resident. New Brunswick as well, because I heard in New Brunswick, if you stay for a minimum of 6 months after graduating, you are eligible to apply to become a permanent resident. So why not go to such cities? Why not go to such provinces? These are like the provinces that makes it easier for you to do what? For you to transition from being an international student under 1 year, listen to me, under 1 year, to becoming a permanent resident. It's not just living in any provinces, it's provinces that makes it easy. For Nova Scotia, they have something they call, I'm not sure what it is, Atlantic pilot program. Then for Ontario, especially those in northern Ontario, which is Sudbury, North Bay, and the surrounding cities, we have something we call the Rural Immigration Pilot Program too, RNIP, which gives us additional points for living in this area and schooling in this area. So it's a matter of being, calculative, being proactive, and also being able to live in the cities that can make it easy for you to, transition to. Number 5 thing, which is like the last on my list, will be what? Getting a full-time job. Guys, this seems to be like the icing on the cake. It also is like the full stop to all your sentences. Like, if you get a full-time job, my God, it has made it easy for you. Not just getting a full-time job, especially if you not get a full-time job in an in-demand sector. You have landed with that. You have what? Just landed. So get a full-time job is a icing to the cake. Full-time job in as a personal support worker, as a nurse, in the health sector, in the mining sector, in the construction industry, supply chain, all the in-demand sector. Guys, early child learning or early child, I don't know what they call them, those that takes care of the smaller children, it's called early child. If you get a job in these sectors, guys, I promise you that your transition, even with a 1-year program, it is easy for you to just transition to being a permanent resident. Now, getting a full-time job is the most important thing here. As much as schooling in Canada gives you 15 points, getting a full-time job gives you what? 50 points. You can imagine adding 50 points to your express entry point. You're good to go. So, like, these are the 5 things I know that makes it easier for you to get your PR under 1 year as an international student. It is not 100% guaranteed, but it gives you 60 to 70% chances of transitioning from international student to PR. These are like 5 top secrets. Once you have these things lined up, you are what? Good to go. So I just said, let me come here and share with you guys, because you are my family. I don't put out content every time, but I cannot put that content that will deceive you. I cannot put that content for views. I will only give you content that are real, that can take you to your desired destination, which is the permanent residency. That is what all of us are chasing. So I will give you tips and tricks of how to get there. So in my subsequent videos, I'm going to talk about how to become a personal support worker with that experience. So if it's something you're looking forward to, please sit back, relax, and hit the subscribe button. And if you think this video is worth enjoying, please share with your friends, your loved ones. And I'll end the vlog here. Please don't forget to hit me the thumbs up, because it gives me visibility. Don't forget to hit the subscribe buttons, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. We love you guys. We love you guys. Have a nice day, guys. Bye. Or people that are, or people who are, no, jump, stop. Or people that are, looking forward to moving to Canada. Oh yeah, sorry, my love. Due to warm. Oh my God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.